To a fun guy himself, Eddie Cotton. He's down on the field. How's it going, Eddie?
Thanks, Josh. I'm super excited for this race because you obviously know how wide open of a field it is, but the weather is absolutely amazing. We've got 55-degree weather and 10-mile-per-hour winds coming in from the northeast, which is absolute perfect weather for a race day. I spoke to Charlie Hammond before the race. He said the wind is going to have no impact on him, and he's got 110% confidence in Black Key Bulls and their team. Back to you, Josh.
He is down with Black Key Bulls coach Ryan Knapp.
Coach of Theta and Black Key Bulls. Now you're coming off yesterday's win in the women's race. What was that experience like after the crash, coming back from that and still winning the race?
We definitely.
Now, of course, you've got another big job today. Did you get the chance to celebrate yesterday?
Not much.
Now you guys have plenty of momentum coming into today, winning the spring series, getting that white jersey. How important is that momentum coming into this race?
The momentum.
Hank Duncan.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with head coach of Forest Cycling, Hank Duncan. Now, Hank, what's the team's confidence level coming into today's race?
Oh, it's extremely high, Eddie.
Now, we spoke before the race about Joe Hunt and how impressive he is. Why do you think he is so impressive and so vital to this team? I just spoke to Sigma Nu after their crash. They said they're pretty much done from this race. They tried to catch up, but accumulated too many penalties trying to catch up after their crash. Also spoke to the coaches for Fidel. They say they still got a really good shot in this race. They're waiting to hear back from the medical tent on Sasha, one of their better riders, but we'll have to see where that goes and where that develops. Back to you guys. Well, you mentioned that sleeping giant in Nick Theory, the sprinter for Cutters. He talked to the IDS after missing out, which he won, of course, because he's pretty darn fast. And he talked about his strategy in missing out, and he said he has none. He just goes out there and rides with, direct quote, balls. And we'll see how he does today, that sleeping giant, Nick Theory. Back to you, Josh. I'm here with Ryan Romanesco, former alumni of Fidel. Now, what was your experience like when you rode for the team? Now, being on that other side of the fence, you're seeing how the team is doing right now, trying to respond from an early crash. How do you think they're doing with that?
You know, I think there was.
Now, I know this race has a lot of meaning to you and all the riders here. Can you tell us a little bit about why? I just caught up with Charlie Hammond at BKB, the one who got in that little tangle up with Jet Black. He told me what was really going on is turn 3 and 4 are not great. They're a little bit dusty, and teams are going to have to start to get conservative. So what happened on that little tangle up crash, it seems like a lot of teams were trying to avoid the pits. Beta got a little bit too close to the pit, caused that collision right there. But Charlie says he'll be okay. He'll be more than all right. He adjusted rather quickly, and BKB will be back in this race. But other teams are going to have to start getting conservative around turn 3 and 4. Thanks, Josh. I know Beta's been a team you guys have been talking about a lot, trying to get back in this race. And I talked to John Heidman of Beta before the race started about their pit position. They have the second choice, having qualified second, and they purposely wanted that last pit here around turn 4 because it gives them an opportunity to have extra space on exchanges. And that's going to be something to watch because of how difficult this track may be around turn 3 and 4 coming towards the end of this race. So watch out for Beta and how they exchange moving forward as we move on to the rest of this race. Back to you, Josh. And what have you seen so far in the race that you've liked out of the team?
The team's a good finish.
Now, you and your brothers have a long history of being a part of the Little 500. What does this race mean to you?
Send it down to Eddie Cotton as the race is complete with the red flag. Eddie.
Gentlemen, what does it feel like to have won the men's Little 500?
You couldn't ask for a better moment. We've been training all year for this. This is just the cherry on top. We've been all year just brothers.
It's more than the race. It's everything in between. It's these 3 guys and every one of our fans in the stand. All the guys in the team. All this Nintendo winner inside. Holy shit!
Charlie, you're a senior. What's it like to go out like this?
You know, I came into BKB 2014 and we won the race. And then my first 2 races, 2015 and 16, we barely lost and got in the podium. So all I wanted to do for these guys is get a win. And get a win for BKB, and it's incredible. It's truly incredible.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Coach, what's it feel like to have done the double?
I don't know, honestly. Insane, unlikely, unbelievable. I don't know. You just never know how it's going to play out until it's, happening. Oh man, basically, we actually finished the guy that I pretty much explicitly told him he would not finish. That's how it goes. You just have to take what the bike race gives you. And for a while, I really didn't like the way things were going today. But then it kind of started to tilt our way once it got a little harder. But man, oh man, it's pretty insanely special. These guys have worked so hard for it and fallen short the last few years, and they deserve this so much. And to win like that, I mean, it's as special as it gets. I'm so happy for them. Yeah, it's. I would have taken one win this weekend because it's so hard to win ever, let alone two. So I don't even, honestly, I'm speechless, man. This is nuts. Crazy.
Now, you've got one of the deepest teams, of course, but you had the #1 ITT rider in Xavier. What went into the choice in letting Kevin finish off the race?
He was the only one who could walk, basically. Everybody else was dead. Noah was throwing up. Xavier had just done a hard set. Charlie had really shouldered a lot of the load early in the race. So he really, I mean, that's kind of what it boils down to at the end of these races. If you want to race that style bike race, you have to, empty the tank for everybody. And so you just, you take whoever is left. And that was Kevin. I just said, hey, I need 3 laps from you.